Bro, what the fuck? Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah. Ay. I just wanna touch the top. Baby said that she in love and she don't love the lie. Been chillin' with all the bros, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the suds is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good. I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle it without the trusting. Yeah, I can see the top, I wanna touch it. Yeah, we been getting money, no discussion. Now I don't let it top, and shorty always get the fussy. Yeah, hey, I like the cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on them. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on them. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on them. Yeah, and I'm sliding. Shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end. Yeah, to the nice end. Yeah, to the nice end. I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love was all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Saying Brody couldn't stand for it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the head of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the go, but I would never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like I'm Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good, and it's the best side. I remember.
Welcome back to Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 3, Episode 73. And we are back on another Wednesday. And in case you don't know the drill here during football season, Wednesday will be your recaps, Saturday mornings will be your picks, and then the other respective sports will be on whatever respective days we feel fair. We have all the boys here to talk about the first week of NFL and the second week of college football. We got McDilly, we got Luke, we got Tyco, and we have the Wander. And we are so fucking ready to talk about what was a wild week in football.
What is happening is Michigan's going to get this dub.
And that's exactly what I saw. I got my money's worth. I didn't pay a dime. It was free. I should have had to pay for that shit. It was unbelievable.
In that situation, you just fade the green.
Kirk Cousins back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson.
Play half as good as they did last week in this season and still come out on top. I lost count how many interception clips there were.
I felt like we kept watching the same one over and over, but it was always a different.
Walker on first down. It's picked off. What a play. Lorenzo.
Remember the ecstatic excitement and rage-filled little man's rant so that we can laugh at
If the
him.
Titans never got Derrick Henry, Dylan wouldn't even know Tennessee had a football team. I swear to God.
All right. Do we want to start pro or do we want to start college?
We're definitely starting college, that's for sure.
All right.
That is definitely where we're going.
How are the boys doing?
Doing good. Solid week. We're at hump day. We got 2 days left. Friday's basically a weekend day, so 1 day left. But hey, we're alive.
Hell yeah. That's what we love to hear. Luke, you doing good?
Yeah.
That's all I need
Yeah,
to
Luke,
hear.
you look stressed.
You do look a little on edge. Are you okay?
I'm good.
That's good. All right, so let's kick it off with college ball. Let's kick it off with, I mean, you know what? Let's just do it. We'll do the two Michigan teams first just because they both didn't really play anybody again this week. We'll start off with Michigan State. They played Richmond. They covered. They won 45-14. Noah Kim is now the Big Ten passing leader, which just makes me giggle a little bit. And Michigan State covered.
You know who didn't cover?
Michigan.
Again.
Told you they weren't covering.
Yeah,
They take the good players out too early. Plus, I mean, what was it? Blake Corum? No.
They
Donovan
have not been
Edwards,
able
I
to run the
believe.
ball like that.
I believe Donovan Edwards
So
only
weird.
averaging like 2.5 yards per carry
Yeah.
because he's not good.
Yeah, but
just
they're
kidding.
also
He's
not
good.
running it anywhere near as heavy as they were last year. Like,
No.
Yeah,
Jay's
but clearly
going
ain't
fucking like a
throwing it
madman.
as heavy as either because
Hey.
Kim's the passing leader.
I'm not going to defend Michigan much, but I will give Luke this. For a team that isn't running the ball, McCarthy had 3 incompletions week 1, 0 incompletions week 2. So JJ's balling.
And their head coach is suspended. Ours is gone forever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because no one's talking about Michigan State football right now. Everyone's talking about, Mel Tucker. We haven't talked about that. I don't think we will. But just to
I don't know
touch
what
on
we
it.
can say.
Just to briefly touch on it, Mel Tucker is gone forever. And if Michigan State makes a poor decision in their next hiring of their head coach, they might be the next Rutgers. I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
if they made the right decision, they might save everything.
He's a dumbass.
Regardless of how that situation deals out, Mel Tucker's a fucking dumbass.
That's all I gotta say.
And he's still fired, even if he ends up being good or whatever the fuck you can come out of this. He's still gone. So Michigan State. All right. Michigan didn't cover. Michigan State covered. Michigan State lost their head coach. Michigan has 2 games still until they get their head coach back. Next game.
All right, we got those out of the way. Now let's get into some good ball. Starting off with Notre Dame and NC State. This was Notre Dame's first real opponent that everybody was saying. And they took this defense and they kind of ran it down the field. I'm not going to lie. Hartman showed that he is a top 10 quarterback in college football. A lot of things around that were, there's a lot of arguments in terms of, yes, he's a good quarterback, but he's inconsistent over at Wake Forest, and how's it going to transfer over to Notre Dame? But I think he's proven all that wrong so far. And Notre Dame's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, this is usually where you'd expect Notre Dame to have their typical fluff up and completely blow this game.
Right.
But like you said, Notre Dame actually has looked consistently solid so far this year. That was their first actual test. We'll see what happens in the next coming weeks, but so far so good.
Anybody else got anything on this?
Didn't watch enough.
Okay. Hey, that's fair.
Can't say I watched Notre Dame.
All right, now let's get into my first apology of the week, and this one goes out to you, Jesse. Sorry. Kansas State and Troy. I really thought Troy had a chance, but by halftime, that game was fucking over.
That's why it says 0-0 for Jesse, because he said that he hasn't gambled anything yet, so his picks are nothing.
Well, I'm just saying, I did throw out this Troy plus 15, and my God, did it ever disappoint? And Kansas
plus
State,
14.5, but you wouldn't have hit 15 either. So
nope.
Doesn't
Kansas
even matter.
State won 42-13, so that was thrown out the window.
Yeah.
But that was just an apology for me to you, Jesse. I am sorry.
And that was one of the plays I made Dylan explain because I really, really didn't understand why he was taking Troy.
Yeah, and I felt really confident.
Tried to convince me that they had all this returning defense and everything. I'm like, all right, I guess it makes sense.
I apologize for doing that.
But I was like, okay, I guess Dylan's reasoning is there, and then they get blown out of the water.
And I heard Dylan said he had reasoning, so you know what that means, an automatic fade.
Not true. That's only for NFL. College, I'm actually really good. So
college, I can trust Dylan's.
Yeah. So that's only pro football. I will say pro football, I don't trust myself half the time. So I
don't know. It worked out for me against Kansas State.
I have better college picks than you so far this year.
Really?
You're
not
because
of week 1.
What do you? I'm 10-2 or 10-4.
Yeah, you're 10-4. I'm 9. Wait. Who has a better record? I'm 9-4.
Yeah, he has one. He has one more win, and you have the same amount of losses. So technically, Luke would be better.
Damn it!
Because he has one more win, and you have the same amount.
You know what that one more win was?
You had one extra play.
Kansas.
There we go. All right, next game: Colorado and Nebraska. I think this was Colorado just letting everyone know, hey, we're for real. This isn't just a hype train. This is a real train. So hop the fuck on because we're good. It was
first half though. First half was really close.
Yes.
The offense was not clicking. I think maybe it was just like some jitters, some some getting out of oh my God, we just had 45 points against TCU. We have to do that again. Making stupid mistakes type of stuff. But as soon as the second half was there, it wasn't even close.
Well, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I ultimately I don't even think it was that. It was that TCU game was a revenge game for I forgot his first name, but Sanders kid.
I'm gonna say what?
QB.
How was it a revenge game for
None
Sean?
of those guys
Because-
played against TCU.
No,
in
because
anything
he
that
went.
mattered.
What's Sanders' kid's name? The QB.
Shonder.
Shadur.
Shadur. He went to TCU's camp and was basically ignored by the coaching staff. And then he went up to his dad, or to Mr. Sanders, Dion,
Coach Prime,
Prime Time, and said, "Yeah, we're not coming back here." So he was looking forward to this game to shove the middle finger into TCU's face for basically ignoring him and pushing him off to the side when he went to their camp.
So is this what he's going to do every game? Because game 2, their whole reasoning was the Nebraska
Well, I don't know.
coach. Well, on game 2, their whole reasoning, Coach Prime was the Nebraska coach. He disrespected their program by 20 of the 50 transfers. They went over to Nebraska also, and he declined them. And then he said that the reason why he declined them was because they were not ready for the big level ball. And one of those people is Travis Hunter. So I feel like every game they're just going to be like, hey, this coach, he didn't like us either. This program, they didn't. They could literally do that all year.
They probably could.
Somebody.
They started off.
That
they started off in HBCU. Like no one expects you to.
I'm happy you brought that up, Luke, because they did a very similar thing in week 2.
So, but I was more singling out the whole QB
game.
play because Dion. I just forgot his fucking name again. Jesus Christ.
Just call him
Shadur.
Shadur. Okay, Shadur. That's the reason. Like he had blood on his mind going into that game for that, and he just dropped 500 plus.
Where was the blood
yards.
for Nebraska then?
He dropped 400 last game.
I don't think he wasn't a part of. I don't think he was a part of getting denied.
Then again,
so,
TCU also was was able to put up the same amount.
That was more
Nebraska can't compete to make it like a dogfight.
He was disrespected before the game by them being on their home logo. That whole shit was ridiculous because
he flexed his watch to a Nebraska running back or some shit.
You know what they were doing? They were doing a team prayer in the middle of the field, and they wanted to know if they wanted Shadur to join in their prayer, and Shadur flexed his watch on them. What?
All I saw was him. I didn't know why, but all I saw was him flex the watch. I was like, why?
They said, hey.
Also, why are you wearing this expensive ass watch while you warm up like 2 hours before the game?
But they said, hey, come and join our prayer.
When he really throws the ball, it feels weightless.
Bro. It's like when you're in the batting circle and you got 3 baseball bats. Maybe. That way the play call sheet is not even there.
Nope.
Because his watch weighs him down. All right.
They just find
we gotta talk about a different game.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Starting to talk about Shadur's drip too much.
All right, Ole Miss and Tulane. First off, fuck you, Tulane, because all week you said Michael Pratt was good to go. You said he had a minor injury bug, but there was nothing that we should worry about him not playing. And then all of a sudden it was a game time decision, and Michael Pratt's not playing. So
look, when the spread and when we do the podcast in the morning on a Saturday, and we're talking about a Tulane 6.5 point spread. And then it comes around to 2:30 and the game starts in about 45 minutes to an hour. I look at Dylan and I go, Dylan, have you seen the spread in the Tulane game? And he goes, what is that supposed to mean? And I say that the spread moved 6 points in a matter of 5 hours. Yeah. That's not good.
Some bullshit. I got fucked. I wouldn't have given that pick, obviously, if I would have known what was going on. But at the same time, no excuses. That's on my record. I'm going to accept it. And Tulane was at least able to make it competitive until the fourth quarter. And then they absolutely just muffled it. And they said, you know what? We don't really have a quarterback, so let's just rely on the run game. But you know what the problem is, Tulane? You don't have a run game.
Yep.
So nothing came.
And that was one of my 2 losses.
Yep. I heard Dylan's advice for this game, faded it, and it worked out again. So I'm 2 for 2.
How? How? I wouldn't even have known that Michael Pratt was out, so that would make 0 sense.
Because usually when you say people are playing,
you didn't know he was out.
They usually don't play.
Okay. All right. Time out.
In Dylan's
defense, that is strictly the NBA.
That's bullshit, is what it is.
Literally like every single game.
Oh no, plug and
Luka's
play.
definitely
Work
playing.
here.
Dallas
All right,
gets blown
I'm
out
so
by
ready
30.
to get into this next game. Let's talk about the depth of Texas A&M when Miami just dragged their balls all across their face and stuck their run game down their throat, and then had Tyler Van Dyke, who's been asked for 2 years, revive himself from the dead against this shitty secondary. Let's talk about that.
I'll be that guy, but of all the teams that could possibly beat Texas A&M, the one that would probably piss off Luke the least is one that's literally the college that plays in the same stadium as the team that he has on his jersey. If you were trying to inflict
Well,
piss
I
off
was
Luke,
trying to.
I think
I
that
was
this is
trying
the
to get him
worst
with
case
something
scenario
because
for
he's been
you.
attacking my character.
Yeah.
Dylan, where was that game played?
It was played in Miami.
On what field?
That has nothing to do with it. The Dolphins weren't
Everything
playing.
to do with why Luke's not
Was
angry.
Tua on the field? No, but Texas A&M.
No, but the
they were
following
not on the
day he
field either.
was for
I'll tell you
400
that.
plus yards. I'm just playing, but yeah, no, Luke, Texas A&M, what the fuck?
Well, through thick and thin, you stay with your boys. We're regrouping. It was a tough day. We were with it the whole time, and then it got out of hand at the towards the back half, and then couldn't recover. When that type of momentum starts piling on top of you, it's hard to get out of, and they didn't. So, we're looking at next week.
Yeah, when you're sitting at the bar and you look at your boy and you're like, hey, if they get a quick stop touchdown, onside kick touchdown, they could possibly tie it, then you're in trouble because that's probably not going to happen. And that's what I said to Luke at the bar. I was like, this is the only way they pull this off. And that's when you realize it's probably not going to get pulled off. Touchdown Miami. All right.
Yep. They're like, oh, hey, we got a touchdown. We got a chance. Oh, let's just give up a 85-yard deep shot for a TD. Thank you. That's
Tyler Van Dyke having 5 touchdowns was something I was not ready for, I will say. All right, next game, North Carolina and Appalachian State. They had a hell of a game last year, and they did not disappoint once again this year. Appalachian State, they just come to play against the Carolina teams. I don't know what it is. They
were 20-point dogs in this game.
Yep, and they took it all the way to not only 1 overtime but double overtime, and that was where North Carolina was able to pull off the 40-34 victory. And Drake May did not look very good. 21 for 31, 208 passing yards. He didn't have a touchdown. Now, he didn't have a pick, but this is a quarterback that you're looking at as one of the top tiers in NCAA, and you didn't really see it. Now, granted, their running back had 200 yards, so he kind of carried for them, but...
Look, if your running back has 200 yards, you don't need to be throwing the football.
Well, when he was throwing the football, he was throwing a lot of checkdowns. That was really all he was doing all game.
I said what I said.
Checkdowns, short outs, nothing
If your running back's going to run for 200 yards, you do not need to throw the football. How many passing touchdowns did Michigan State have when Kenneth Walker had 5 touchdowns? When your running back's going, you don't need to throw the ball.
That's true. I give you that. But North Carolina should not have had to go to double overtime against Appalachian State.
They shouldn't have. But their defense has never been good. They've never had a good defense, ever. And they still don't. And Appalachian State, for whatever reason, it's like Michigan and Michigan State. It's always a good game, and I don't know why.
Well, that's because Appalachian State just wants to try and spoil the goods for everybody else in the world. Vietnam flashbacks.
You're sour. You're sour. It was a long time ago.
Still hurts.
You didn't even care about college football when that happened.
I actually did. It was
Only
just
Michigan
NFL
at that time.
True.
All right.
I hurt so much.
Next game, and I'm not going to lie, this was, last year, Tyler, when we were sitting in the tailgate at the Michigan game and I pulled that TCU cover out of my ass at the last minute and it shouldn't have hit?
No.
It was a catch, 4th quarter, last play of the game, and we went crazy in the tailgate for like an hour. I'm glad that you don't remember these core memories. Okay. But this is a core memory for me.
Core memory for you.
No recollection.
Not everyone has the same core memories. Hold on.
Right.
Wait a second.
Anyway,
you can't just fault me for that.
I can.
Wait, no, you cannot.
My brother. And he doesn't even
Okay, but that does not mean that it's a core memory for me.
Well, clearly it's not.
If you had been 21 years old at the time and you put $500 on that cover and you thought it was going to lose,
you
and then
weren't even drunk when this happened. You were sober.
I'll probably remember more about when I was drunk than when I was sober.
No, we know that for a fact is not true.
Talking about that last time, no. Not every time's the same. You would know if you ever drank a sip of beer in your life.
I have. I'm a liquor
So don't
guy.
speak on it.
I'm a liquor guy. But
You
anyway,
drink
what I was
maybe
going to
twice
say
in your
was,
entire life. Stop talking about drinking.
Says he's a liquor
I've
guy. I
never
barely
drank-
ever see.
No, you
You drink
have
like twice in your entire life, maybe twice.
Okay, yeah, maybe like 4 times total.
So like you can't speak on it as if you drink.
That's
You're
true.
also 20. So
I
like
know. I was gonna say, I'm
how many opportunities have you really
expect
had?
me to be a goddamn alcoholic on here.
All right,
No,
Pat,
I would expect you not to talk about it because you don't know anything about it.
Also true. All right, but what I was going to say is that this was the second best play I've ever had in my college career because I took Oregon to cover 4.5 this entire game. I was convinced they were not going to because Texas Tech just decided to become a competitive football team. They decided to just drive the ball
That
down
was
the throat
beautiful
all
though.
game.
You love a backdoor cover.
And here's what you love to see. You're sitting in the fourth quarter, and I am looking at it like this. Even if Oregon picks off this ball, anybody in their right mind with about 2 minutes left, with the timeout,
Just goes down.
They're going to go down. They're going to go
Yep.
down immediately, and that's going to be the end of the game. And
That's why I turned it off.
with the cover. Exactly, right? Oregon gets
Stop
it.
watching.
They say, fuck your spread, fuck your money, and they take it to the crib, pick 6, give Texas the chance to do something with the ball with 8 points. They don't do anything, and Oregon gets the backdoor cover at the last minute. God, I was so happy. I needed that.
Backdoor covers.
I kind of needed
Look,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. The reason that my record for college bets right now is 10-3 is I think like 4 of those are backdoor covers.
You love to see it.
I'm not
But
even kidding.
This was
I've had crazy luck with those this year.
If this was the odds of him not going and returning it when he should have went down and everything in football IQ, this was a huge cover. If this was Sports Center and you had Texas Tech, you would be on Scott Van Pelt's bad beats. That's how bad this was. I swear to God.
Yeah. They were on the bad beats segment. I watched it.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then they should have. Yeah,
all 4 of the ones I said that I got have been on his segment. So I could very easily have 3 wins and 10 losses right now.
That's true.
I
That's
don't.
why we love college ball. When college ball is good to you, you love it.
Exactly.
You trust in the cool
I'll hit it in a
jerseys.
couple weeks.
You
We'll
trust
see.
in the team, and they'll do you good.
Road Bo pulled that out of his ass.
He did.
Because he had a cool jersey.
He wasn't
on.
supposed to cover that.
No, he wasn't. Next week, that game against Colorado.
He had a cool ass jersey
gonna
on
be a
there. Yeah,
fucking-
damn right he did.
Or week 4, that game against Colorado is going to be a fucking game. That's all I got to say. But
Hey, Prime doesn't
Thought it
lose.
was
what's up, Luke?
But what?
I was going to be a sarcastic dick and say I thought it was a practice.
All right, let's get into. All right, Tyler, I'm not gonna lie. I got to give you a little bit of shit here. Jalen Milroe is not a Heisman contender.
Nope,
And
not anymore.
Yeah, that was just not what it was. And Bama lost 24-34. And I'm so happy that everything I said about Texas being this team and Texas winning the Big 12, they backed it up and they proved me right. Quinn Ewers and the boys absolutely dicked down Bama. I'm not gonna lie. It was a close game, but they kind of dicked them down.
Yeah. You know, I said give me the Texas +7. And I don't know. I heard Ty talking about, hey, it's Saban. It's Saban. And I was like, but it's Texas.
Hey, whoa. Take those
Not only
words
did
and
they-
put them back in your brain. I was talking about the quarterback. I don't give a
Tyler's
fuck about
only
Nick Saban.
reasoning was Jalen Milroe is a Heisman contender in his brain.
So put those words back in your pocket because I don't give a fuck about Nick Saban. I was high on Jalen Milroe until he shit the fucking bed.
14 for 28.
If he's a quarterback or if he's just a glorified running back and he just has a good arm but should be a running back. So
2 interceptions.
Look, Alabama needs to put someone else at quarterback and put him at running back, like running back 2 or something. He could throw the ball, but he makes some stupid decisions, like floating passes, like 5-yard passes. He's just like throwing it like this, like he's playing basketball or something. I can't. He's a good athlete, hell of an athlete. quite a quarterback.
I tried to tell you week 1. Just
Look,
because
bro,
he's
I'd
a
only
Bama-
seen 1 week.
just
I
because
only
he's
had
a
so much to
Bama
go off of. I
quarterback
wasn't watching
doesn't make him
Bama Elephant
elite.
24/7 online football coverage trying to get the inside scoop. Okay, I just had a thought.
And for as good of an athlete as he is, that's why I'm not going to give you too much shit for that thought.
Right, like he's a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
Just maybe he shouldn't be throwing the football.
Fuller says Alabama losing to the Longhorns is crazy. What a game to watch. It was a great game to watch. And honestly, Texas had them by the balls from the start to finish. And I mean that offensively and defensively. Every time Bama had a big play that got them back into the game, it was less than 2 minutes later that Texas responded. And I'm not going to lie, the last, I want to say 2 years, 3 years now, Texas against ranked team or Alabama against ranked teams has not been the same Alabama you've watched most of your lifetime. Especially under the Nick Saban era. It's almost like things are changing. Thank fucking God.
It's almost like Georgia has won the last 2 national championships. Dylan, we know this.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you put Bama against Georgia tomorrow, and that game's not even close. That's crazy to me. All right. Blowout, 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 blowout. Thank you for watching college football. Let's move into pro.
Thank you. Oh, thank God.
The
Okay.
rest were all blowouts.
Just say there can't be that many more.
Yep. All right. I have a question, Tyler. Did we or did we not recap the Lions game on Saturday?
We did.
Okay.
That's
So then let's
first words
move
that
right
came out of my mouth.
to Sunday. First game, we're just going to continue this in chronological order, starting off with the Falcons and my beautiful God, Arthur Smith, covering another spread. We love to see it. 24-10 was the final, and they also hit the under 40.5.
Desmond Ridder looked meh, but the Falcons looked meh.
Yeah, Tyler Algier had the 2 rushing.
Meh and eh.
Man, eh.
That's what we got.
Yep. Like Ridder,
That's what we're getting.
Expected a little more, but the Falcons team, Jesse Bates, he showed why they paid him the big bucks. And the defense looked as good as, they did last year. But the offense, man, Kyle Pitts be out here dusting people and still don't get the ball. And I just think, wow, they are wasting him.
They really didn't do anything.
You know who else didn't touch the ball? Drake London. Not a single target.
No.
Not a single catch.
Okay, Arthur, you really are going to run heavy offense.
I think we're forgetting somebody.
I was going to say, no.
Because Bijan Robinson snatched a fucking soul.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say.
stutter step was probably one of the hardest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to break 2 guys tackling him after that and goes in for the touchdown.
Well, listen, Bijan had
he struck a pose when he caught the ball.
Algier had 15 carries, 75 yards. I mean, they're not only a run-heavy group, but that's even without giving Cordero the bell, Like, these guys have a lot of options when it comes to running, and especially if they want to – they're one of the few teams where I feel like they need to open up the book to trick plays. The trickery they can do – they have a joker, for God's sakes, as one of your positions. And then you have Algier, who's consistent. You have Bijan. You're not going to rely on Desmond to make these great plays off the bat. I feel like there's so many college-y plays, so many trickery plays that if Atlanta just said fuck it and just went with it, they would just be one of the best teams in the league to watch.
I'm trying to
Dylan, if I gave you I forget whatever week it is, but say week 7. If I give you week 7 spread, Atlanta comes to Detroit getting 4.5 points, who are you taking?
I'm taking Falcons plus 4.5 and us to win by a field goal.
So would I. So would I.
You're damn right.
Atlanta's one of those teams that kind of scares me, low key.
Yeah,
because of all the weapon. Like you think about how they won that game and they didn't even use half their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Half their offense didn't even get touched.
And you know what the great thing is, Tyler? When Desmond Ridder isn't able to hold this offense up, which I'm expecting, you know who's going to put in?
Cordero Patterson is at quarterback, Bijan on his left, and Tyler Algier on his right.
Heineke's going to be in the quarterback because he's the backup right now.
You just run 3 running backs.
So once.
Think about that.
Me and Jesse both were over here setting up Tyler for him to get hyped for his boy, and Tyler just said, "Nah, fuck it, give me the running back."
Nope, not if I can run Cordero Patterson at center with 2 running backs on his right.
Did you burn that Heineke jersey or something? You gave up on him?
Well, I'm not gonna wear a Washington Heineke jersey if he's gonna play on the Falcons, and if he's not gonna play on the Falcons. And look, Look, if you're not better than Desmond Ritter, maybe the hype train was just a hype train, okay? If you're not better than Desmond Ritter,
Tyler, you know football enough to know what this is. Don't say that. You know that they're just trusting their rookie over him. Don't say that he's
I'm
better.
pretty sure I said it last year, but Heineke is like the Alex Moran from Blue Mountain State. He wants to be QB2. He just loves it because he doesn't. He just has to just chill there for most of the season. Okay, things go to hell. He jumps in. He's like, okay, it doesn't matter what I do, so I'm just gonna try outlandish plays. If it works, it works.
If it doesn't, literally no one expects me to win.
And I get to go back to chilling after.
The perfect plan.
Big facts. All right, let's move into the next game. Baltimore was able to cover their -9.5 on the Houston Texans. Lamar didn't do anything special. J.K. Dobbins was able to play a whole 8 plays before he tore something. Surprise, surprise.
Hey, you know what? He did better than another guy we knew was going to get injured. He actually, no, he didn't. No, Deontay Johnson did better.
Yep.
He did his normal, I'll play the first half.
Yep. So 8 plays is all you got out of him. Baltimore covered, but honestly, they won because of their defense. We know their defense is going to be good. It's still pretty good. And Lamar didn't really do anything special, if I'm being honest. Jesse, you're the biggest Baltimore guy here, so what are your thoughts?
I didn't have to do anything. I mean, CJ Stroud low-key played a decent game. He didn't throw an interception. He just didn't throw a touchdown.
Yeah, he threw the ball 44 times, and
he had 29 completions or something like that.
Yeah, 29 completions, 240 yards, no picks, no tutties. But you know what? That's not a bad stat line.
I mean, the Ravens really didn't have to do anything. I feel like this was just like a move along kind of game. Can't take much from it because there wasn't anything in it.
Yeah, you guys might hate me.
Wide receiver 1, maybe.
I mean, I was about to say that. Like Zay Flowers maybe just made a.
I'll give you that.
And established at least a 1 or 2 spot on the depth chart because OBJ made a Ray Lewis entrance and proceeded to have 2 catches or some shit. So
they forgot about it.
Not sure what that was all about. But Zay Flowers, maybe you should be able to make the Ray Lewis entrance next time because he actually is going to do something on the football field other than waste $18 million.
What's up, Luke?
Anyways,
he's trying to get a word in for 2 minutes.
I am because you guys might hate me for bringing it up, but I know all my Michigan fans are going to love me for it. Ojabo is still terrorizing CJ Stroud by recording another sack against him in that Ravens game, which actually was a strip sack because he popped the ball loose.
You know what? I'll let you have that one, Luke. Good job.
And I love to see that. That was great to see.
All right, I got a question.
He's not making that man forget ever.
I got a question for Jesse, and then you can return one to me if you want. But what the fuck happened to the Bengals? 24-3.
That's a great question.
All right, let me.
I lost the parlay because of that.
You lost the parlay because you're an idiot. Because the Bengals are 3-11 against the Browns. The Browns have the Bengals playbook.
Here's a better question. Why can't Joe Burrow beat the Browns?
No. Here's the better question. How do you have the highest paid quarterback in the league? I'm asking you. And he's sitting on the bench in the 4th quarter.
Last year, did we not see him throw 4 interceptions against the Jets week 1? That happened. We watched it.
He played in week 1.
There's a thing about continuing your career. You're supposed to learn and get better.
He gets injured. He has to repeat something in the preseason. He gets no practice. In game 1, it's the first time he steps on a football field for real for 7 weeks. Like last year when he got his appendix removed. This year when he had the leg injury. He can't get a preseason. He can't touch the field. So he just ends up shitting the bed week 1 and he bounces back week 2.
14 for 32, 82 total yards, 2.6 yards averaged on completion.
Because Joe Burrow won.
So you're telling me that he's going to have his bounce back week?
That is the highest paid quarterback. He'll be fine. Hey, that's the highest paid quarterback in the league, guys, just so you know.
And the most useless overpaid quarterback is on the Titans. What's your point here?
Overpaid? He doesn't make shit.
Makes more than the backup.
Best quarterback in the entire football league lost to the Lions. So what are we even talking about here?
Yeah, because
what are we even talking about here?
You pay this man to be the highest paid QB in the league, and then when 4th quarter hits and you're like, all right, let's get something going, and you put him on the bench and you throw the fucking white flag.
I expect this same
Fuck is
energy.
that?
That's probably because they realize that you're
You
not
get
going to
the
be
4-0.
throwing the ball for about 200 yards in the fourth quarter when it's been raining all game and everything's soaking wet and you can't
Man,
catch
I
the
don't
football.
like that. That is pussy shit. I don't like that.
And you know you're going to lose, and Joe Burrow is not going to
That's
get
why you're not
injured
a
in the fourth quarter at a 23-0 game or 23-3. I think it's smart to take Joe Burrow out in that instance, considering that if he gets injured in the fourth quarter in that game, everyone's pissed.
3 drives. And
Yeah,
then it's
well, everyone was already pissed because he
17,
sucks.
24.
Because, including me, because,
Well, when
you
you
know,
couldn't get
Lions,
a single thing going all game. I mean, come on, Dylan. Go ahead.
Lions spread hit, Falcon money line hit, Ravens money line hit, Jaguars money line hit, Eagles money line hit, Miami Dolphins spread hit, and then the fucking Bengals, Joe Burrow's team,
Forgot how to football that day. Simple.
wanted to screw it all up.
Yeah, Luke. We knew Browns were minimum covering spread.
We did?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did?
that's why
I mean, it was
I
only
didn't
a
do the
point and a half.
spread. I didn't do the spread. I was like, okay, you know, maybe Joe
Browns are
signed a
covering a
big
point and a half,
contract,
I saw that.
record-breaking contract. I can trust him get this money line, learn from his past, you know.
No.
But no, he wants to repeat history
No.
by
Lightning strike
sucking
twice.
against the
knew-
Browns.
I knew as a Bengals fan that this game was probably going to be in the gutter with Jamar Chase talking shit with our history against the Browns and the fact that it's the only team in the AFC North that folds us. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
And you know what?
Ward,
He doesn't
locked
deserve that
Chase up,
contract.
low-key. Higgins didn't get a catch. It was a bad week.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He doesn't deserve that contract if he can't figure out this situation.
I bet you do feel that way, Luke. Talk to me when Tua makes it to a Super Bowl.
I will.
All right.
You should be
Jaguars.
thanking me.
Later this
You should
year.
be thanking me for your fantasy dub
I
this
don't need to
week.
thank you. You're
You
useless.
should be thanking me for your fantasy dub this week, buddy.
You did nothing. I back the fence. Don't start this.
Jaguars and Colts. Jags won by 10. Jags covered their -3.5. That's all I got to say if anyone has any thoughts.
Good shit.
Hey, the Colts didn't look terrible. Anthony Richardson looks like he can be something.
He looked good.
Anthony Richardson looks solid.
Jacksonville's
That's
not
what
a
I took away
terrible
from that.
defense.
Yeah, imagine.
Also, Calvin
Play-
Ridley's back.
Yes, he is.
Maybe the Bengals should have picked up Richardson.
miss
Maybe
that
they would have won
touchdown.
that game.
He's one of the few people I had separately bet for an anytime touchdown instead of my parlay. Smashed.
Yeah, well, maybe if the Bengals should have picked him up instead of Joe Burrow, they would have won. I would have cashed my lay.
Yeah, with Andy Dalton at quarterback or somebody else.
Bro, if they still had Andy Dalton at quarterback, they would have sold by now. They would
Yeah,
have sold the franchise
as they
or
should have.
relocated.
Luke, that bet really upset you, huh?
Yes, it did, because I missed every parlay I had, and that was my last hope. And the Bengals took that hope, crumbled it up, spit on it, and just beat me in the face with it.
At least they did it at 1:00.
That's true.
They didn't wait till
they
like
didn't keep you
Sunday
in it.
Night Football and put up a goose egg.
It almost hurts more to watch the rest of your lay hit than for the last leg to miss.
Yeah. At least you didn't get everything and then have the Giants winning.
That would have been the worst.
This was my smart parlay. My 7-legger, not
Giants
my
lose by 40.
15-legger that had every game from Sunday to Monday.
But yeah, no, Jags are supposed to cover. Jags cover.
All right. Next game, we got Baker Mayfield and the Bucks came into Minnesota, and not only did they cover this +4, they won the damn game.
You love to see it.
20-17, and Minnesota, who was notorious for only losing one game last year in one-possession games, first one-possession game of the year, and they lose it. You love to see that.
Hey,
Mhm.
take that record they had last year, flip it around backwards. There's your new record, boys. Gonna be a long year, Vikings fans.
Baker flipped up the coin. It landed on heads, and he was playing good that day.
Remember when we had Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson? Well, you guys have Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. Just so you know, it's not going to win you shit.
You want to know where the Vikings fucked up? Because
keeping Kirk Cousins as a
You could
quarterback.
name a lot of things right now.
What Luke said.
the Vikings.
You could say so much.
Their
So
defense.
Rashad White was on the Bucs radio station, and he said that Baker had all of their signals down packed.
By halftime. Saw that.
He knew what they
Baker,
were going cover.
Do you see what Baker said?
Everything they were doing.
Did you see what Baker said about that?
Nobody said.
They said in the press conference, they were like, so Baker, we heard that you knew all the signs or whatever. He goes, well, I'm a Texas Rangers fan, not a Houston Astros fan, so we're not going to get into that. Talking about him stealing signs.
I love that.
Oh, wow.
Fuller, huge
wow.
Vikings fan coming in. This is the year where the Vikings go down the toilet very quickly. Hey, you heard it here first from a Vikings fan. Proud Vikings fan almost all the time.
I'm not letting this slide, Fuller. I feel like we can find a comment from you last year with not this energy. It's only 1 week.
No, he stays consistent. He cheers for the teams when they're doing good, and when they're doing shit, he turns his back. I called you out, Fuller. Yep.
Kirk Cousins equals less than average quarterback.
No.
Last year he was Perk Thuggins. He's just Kirk Cousins this year, dog.
No.
He had too many perkies on the plane.
All right, now, honestly, I'm not even too mad about this one because I was expecting a loss. Titans, Saints, we actually covered. We covered the +3, so good for us. But Tannehill still sucks dick at quarterback and threw 3 interceptions, and we had no fucking chance. So Derrick Henry was our only offense. When it came to the Saints, they didn't really do anything on offense either. Actually, the Titans' defense kept them in this game because when it came to the Saints and Derek Carr, he threw 300 yards, but it was weird because I felt like he continuously kept getting long third downs. But they won the game by 1 point at the end. And I don't even know how the Titans were still in this game from start to finish, if I'm being honest.
It was ugly.
It was that game.
It was that game.
It was not a good game.
It was that one game that everyone watched but no one talks about. That one game. Because there's nothing to take away from this game.
Hit. You don't even have to look at what it was. You just know it hit.
Yep. You knew things were going to be a little ugly. They were really ugly. You say, oh, Tennessee, it was in a pretty close game. It looked pretty good. But then you're like, oh, both teams just couldn't get a lot of points.
Tyler, what was I screaming by the third quarter every play that they ran?
What were you screaming every single play? Not for it to be Kirk Cousins. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you were calling for Malik. At least a couple times.
Yes. Every single fucking play I was screaming, why is he still in the game as he proceeded to throw interception number 2 and 3 to cost us?
Maybe if they
fucking
let Derrick Henry run the ball more than 15 times, they would have won by more. No, but that's
they
just
had
me.
Tajay Spears.
Well, that guy can retire.
It's a second year.
He's a rookie.
I was about to say, I think
that
he's a rookie.
That sucks. That's Derrick Henry's backfield, not his.
Oh my God, is this fantasy?
And they wonder why they won by a point. Could have been different. They could have been up by 20.
49ers covered their -1.
The 49ers absolutely destroyed the Steelers, okay? That's what happened here.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm never backing one of your picks again.
30-7. Jesse was smoking on some crack.
No.
How dare you make me fade Moody and Purdy?
Are you about to defend this pick?
You will listen. Jesse's pick that he stated was, I want to take the Steelers. I am Team Steelers, but I must take the under.
But you gave us a whole ass reason
specifically
as to
stated
why
the
the
under.
Steelers had a chance, and then
Okay, all right. Officially, Jesse didn't take it. However, Jesse had every reason to make everybody believe that he wanted it to happen so bad that you would think he took it.
I wanted it so bad, and you Steelers looked pathetic.
No, you take Kenny Pickett, you put him up against the 49ers defense, you get exactly what's supposed to happen. I don't know why anybody's surprised.
Not surprised, just sad.
Last time I ever fade Jake Moody and Brock Purdy.
Luke, we've been on this fuck Kenny Pickett train. I don't know why you would ever hop off.
Because he backed one of my picks, so I trusted him, and he let me down. Just like the Bengals let me down.
That was literally his reasoning too. He goes, because Jesse backed my pick, I'll back Jesse's pick.
Oh yeah, that was his reasoning.
It's okay.
That's the only reason he did it.
You should have backed the Tampa
Jesse,
play.
didn't you took the over in that game?
No, wait, which game?
The 49ers.
No, I took under.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So at
no,
least the pick was right.
Yeah, no, the pick was right. The pick was right.
Okay.
In one lay.
Then there was that second lay with the Steelers money line.
No, there was the second with the plus 3.5, but that didn't have a chance.
He's a fake. Who said that? That's right, I did.
All right, the final 1 o'clock game.
Jesse, you should have bet the under 3.5 for total points scored by the Steelers.
Final 1 o'clock game. We had Joshua Dobbs and the Cardinals against Sam Howell and the Commanders. Just another one of those football games like we just described with the Saints and Titans. What was the under? Who knows? Let me guess. 38. It hit. Fuck, of course it did. Because what did we just say? And this was another ugly football game, if I'm being completely honest with you. Sam Howell did not look very impressive. What were we really expecting out of Joshua Dobbs after what the fuck I've seen him do in his career? So, I mean, Bijan got a touchdown, and he looked good on the receiving wise. So, besides many men, that's all I have to say about the game.
I had a comment.
Whoever has any thoughts on this, shoot. I'd love
My
to.
only thoughts is I trusted Old Faithful with this pick and went Commanders.
I'm convinced that they need to get rid of the coach in Washington.
Ronnie?
Yeah. As soon as Ronnie started backing up Sam Howell and talking about him, now he plays bad. And I just think everything he puts his hand in and involves himself in turns to shit.
Well, if I'm being completely honest with you, Jesse, and this is a big factor as to why I feel like it's going to be tough for Ronnie to get out of there, is because you remember Ronnie's first year, he was undergoing cancer. So they had the chemo thing and everyone was like playing for it. And then second year, he beat the cancer. He rang the bell. It was like midway through the season, he beat it. So the, what's the word I'm looking for? The build or whatever, I guess you could say, the connection that he has with that organization is much deeper than just the football of it. So I don't see him getting released, honestly, anytime soon, unless, he's making boneheaded plays and just doing stupid shit. So
I can't say that everything that he touches turns to shit, because he was part of that Cam Newton Super Bowl Panthers run team thing. So,
true.
Wasn't he in charge of all that?
And he was in charge of the first year when the Commanders were supposed to lose or win 3 games, and they somehow took them to the playoffs when they only won 9 games.
That was Heineke. I'm not giving him that.
That was him and Heineke. You can't You can't say that. Heineke
he motivated Heineke.
That's a deal with.
He only played the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and then the playoff game. So
Something
you
like
can't
that.
say that.
4 weeks.
That was Chase Young's rookie
4 weeks,
year.
because he collected 4 pairs of shoes. I remember.
Yeah, he had 4
weeks.
weeks he played. So you can't
4
give that all
dubs.
to him.
Weren't they negative when he got? Weren't they negative? I thought they were negative, and then he came in, and then he got them to the playoffs.
Pretty sure they were right at 500.
They were 500 with everybody.
Either a game
else.
above or a game
Everybody
below.
was 500. And they were like, "Oh, this division sucks."
All I'm saying is,
The whole division was.
check the film. The amount of busted plays Heineke had to fix himself. Hundreds.
You can't really discredit Ron.
That has to do with the roster.
I do understand where Ty's coming from.
They don't have any players.
What did he do? Make magic.
You got a bunch of me and Dylan and Luke's running around out there. Fucking, who knows what they're doing?
Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
My route running's top tier.
Okay.
Dylan, just move on. Just move on.
Let's get over to, it might be a new year, but some things never change. Aaron Rodgers might no longer be on the Packers, but they still own Chicago 38-20. And all the hype I was hearing about Justin Fields, it was very fun to watch it just be hype. And him come out and do absolutely nothing. Once he threw that first interception, they wouldn't even let him throw the ball in the second half. And Green Bay capitalized. Aaron is still the first name on the document in terms of who owns the Chicago Bears. Doesn't show the last name. So Aaron Jones just stepped right in and said, "I'll take that place. I'm still Aaron. We still own the Bears." 38-20 was the final.
Hey man, it was 1 week. It was 1 week. So before you start saying the hype was bullshit, it was 1 week, okay?
I just didn't believe in it, and everything I expected to happen happened.
Everything.
That coach has no faith in Fields.
Now, on the contrary, Justin Fields, 24 of 37, 216 yards, and a touchdown.
And a pick. And a fumble.
Not entirely worried
90%
about
of the
him
league had
considering
picks
this was
and
against the
fumbles
Bears.
this week.
Hoping that this was not just the beginning of good things for Justin Fields because it was a pretty decent showing. But it was the Bears. And the Bears are 0-11 in their last 11 games last season to now. The Bears are just horrible. So I'm not concerned. These two quarterbacks, Jared Goff's better.
Yeah, he's better. I mean, I'm not going to sit here.
Best quarterback in the NFC North.
There's a reason why I'm not giving any credit to Jordan Love yet. I'm not giving any credit to anybody yet because it's week 1, and at both of these teams, I don't trust yet.
Why would you trust either one of these teams ever?
Exactly. So,
even if they give you a reason to trust them.
That's true. All right,
Big trust.
Let's move into this game quickly because I really actually want to talk about this next game. Raiders Broncos 17-16 was the final, and the Raiders covered their +3.5. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bad for the Broncos here. This was the first time where I was watching the first half, and I was like, you know what? They're not ass. Russ is cooking something up a little bit. The defense is playing as good as they were last year. Let's go Denver. And then second half, they found a way to just choke it all away and fuck it all up.
Can I just say this is all I have to say on this game? All I have to say is I am so beyond uninterested in the Broncos. They built up all this like, oh, head coach Sean Payton, we're going to figure it out, this and that. We got all these good players. You know what? I don't care who you have. All these players don't know how to play as one cohesive unit on a football team. They don't know how to work together as 52 individuals coming towards one goal. They all try to do their own thing, and it doesn't work, and they end up sucking. So by uninterested, I mean, like, I'm just sick of hearing that, oh, we're going to figure this out, and this is going to be good. And you guys are just, like, the most mid-football team ever. So, like, until you're like 4 games above 500,
I'll let you know where it all went downhill. Because they started the game with
signing Russell Wilson to that contract. That's where.
No. They try to come off first play of the game with big, humongous balls, an onside kick. And then I don't know who it was, but that dummy who touched the ball like 2 inches before it went 10 yards messed it all up. And then from there, I was like, you know what? This game might not go good because that was a lot of momentum.
But then it was going good. They were up 13-10 going into half.
Yeah, but it's still hard to recover from that type of momentum
this is
stoppage.
bullshit. I'm not gonna let you say this was even a factor as to why they lost.
It was a factor because they almost started with the ball in the first, and if they started with the first drive, things would have been a lot different.
Got the ball to start right after. What happened? They turned it over on downs. This had nothing to do with how the game impacted.
That's what I was gonna say.
It doesn't matter. You have a lot more momentum and a lot more confidence when you recover an onside kick for the first play of the season.
Fuck no. Blasphemy.
After the Raiders had the ball, still 0-0. It was still the first quarter.
Because they're all hype. Everyone was hype. Everyone's like, hey, yeah, we got big cojoneses because we just onside kicked it for the first kickoff of the year for us, and we recovered it. Oh, wait, no, let's take that right back. Yeah, no, not your ball anymore. Even though you guys thought you did something, you didn't.
That's not why they lost.
Let's just get this turnover.
That is exactly where they lost the game.
And now we're up 7-0. Oh no, let's be pissed off. We're up 7-0. We're probably gonna lose the game. No,
because if they would have got that ball, you would have seen a nice Russell Wilson bomb down the field for the next play for a TD, and then they would have kept on rolling, and it was going to be a snowball rolling down a snow hill, just building and building and building, unstoppable. But no, They couldn't get that type of unstoppable
For those who did
momentum
watch the
because it got
game-
yoinked out from their feet.
For those who did watch
Because
the
that
game,
dumbass
actually-
player had to touch the ball.
I actually want to know the true reasoning as to why they lost this game.
That is the true reason. Don't listen to this kid.
No.
Okay.
If you want to know the true reasoning why they actually lost this game, there was a little over 2 minutes left, and their defense needed to stop, and Jimmy Garoppolo discontinued to run the ball for first downs. That's how they ended up losing. And everything Luke just said was absolute blasphemy, and I cannot believe that just came out of your mouth.
That is
You're
not
sticking
blasphemy.
by that.
The only
No.
small
The first play of the game
No.
lost them a football game.
That's all.
Yes, it
Maybe
did.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yes, it did.
Wow. All right. Let's move on to the next game. Chargers.
You just had to touch
and-
the ball.
Chargers and Dolphins.
I didn't know if you guys were about to go at it or whatnot.
Because I know that this is all a joke. I know that he's not really serious about it. So
I'm
can't.
dead serious.
No, because I know that. No, because I know you. And you're not that stupid. I know
I'm
you're not
dead
that
serious.
stupid.
That
You're
is
not.
completely the only reason why they lost.
They lost because of the first play of a game.
Yes.
So you're saying if somebody loses a face-off,
Because
in
instead of
hockey,
having
they don't play face-off, they lose the
ginormous
game?
balls for the rest of the game, they had
Fuck you for trying to
average-sized
compare it to
balls.
hockey. That is so not. That is so not
That's
the
what
same.
it sounds like you're saying right now.
That is
You-
so not the
Oh,
same
we
thing.
lost the opening face-off, boys. Why are we even fucking
That is
playing?
completely
Why
not
are
the
we
same
even
thing.
playing? We might
You
as
know-
well just. We don't have.
Do you know what?
kick energy.
Okay,
Because
you want to
you know
compare
what?
it to hockey?
You know what,
It's
Dylan?
like pulling your goalie at the first face-off of the game
It's
and
like,
then getting a
no,
goal, getting
it's
it
like-
called back.
But
It's
they
like when
weren't
we were-
down. They got
when
it
we
right
were in
back
high
0-0.
Did I say that the other team
Shut up.
scored? No.
Oh
It's
my
like when we were in
God,
high school, we
this
had to
is
play a
the
game
dumbest
without a
thing
goalie.
I've ever heard of. No, Tyler, out of
We
it.
were supposed to
No,
lose.
it's me and Luke. Shapish, Gabam. No, because this is
What, then
blasphemy, what I'm
listen,
hearing.
listen,
Come on,
because
it's
I
not
think
right
you
now.
heard me wrong.
There's no
Listen,
way.
because I think you heard me wrong. Because if you want to compare it to hockey, you pull your goalie for the first face-off of the game. You win it back. You go down immediately. You work the zone. You got that pressure, and you score. Up, goaltender interference, called back. Boom. Now you don't have a goal.
Okay,
That is
but what
basically
happens when
ripping the
5
floor
minutes
out
later
there.
in that
They
same
lost
game,
the big
then
cojones
you score?
momentum,
Then
and then
what?
they had to play the game with
I
average
see where
size
Luke's
balls.
coming from.
Okay, I know, but now let's continue it. But then 5 minutes later, then you score. Now you're up 1-0.
Yeah,
You're
but you
still
still
gonna
have
have
average
that
size
mindset
balls
of,
doing this
Oh,
now.
we're not going to lose because we're only up 1-0 and we didn't big dick it to be up 2-0. No.
Yeah, The
You're
thing
a
is, you
fucking
still
liar.
have normal size balls now.
You're a
You don't have the
liar.
big,
That is
huge schlong
bullshit.
that you were working with when you.
What's going on, guys? Tycho here, taking a quick break in the action to tell you about sixpackcoverage.com. You can go on there and check out all your favorite sports, finance, food and travel, fitness, and entertainment podcasts. They've got it all on there, as well as content from all of your favorite colleges, with more on the way and more added every day. So make sure you check that out, as well as the merchandise tab. Be sure to get all of your six-pack coverage gear at the merch tab there with the hats, flags, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check it out today, sixpackcoverage.com.
All right, let's move on
Let's.
to the Dolphins and the Chargers game, where
Speaking
it
of big
was the
balls.
Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill show all game long, and they ended up covering that +3 that they had, and they won 36-34.
Let me start off by saying game of the week.
Oh, this was
Miami.
and I hate
Yeah.
to do this. I hate to do this. Okay, player of the week's Tyreek Hill. Duh. He's our player of the week, is he not?
He's player of the week.
Cue the fucking thing. Do you still have it, or did you get rid of it?
No, but you know what's crazy?
I don't have that anymore.
You know what's
Damn.
crazy?
I'll come up with a better one.
Okay.
You
I'll have
take
it for next
away
pod.
his 215 yards, and Tua still threw for 250.
Justin
they just
loves
did
Justin
not
saying the
run.
ad break was perfectly timed. Oh, look, Justin, we run a clean program over here. All right, look. Sometimes you just know. All right. I've been working with these two for long enough to just know.
Pretty sure you cut me off after I said huge schlong.
All right, hold on. Before we keep going, Fuller has a question in the comments, but I want to save the question until after we've talked about all the games.
Okay. Then why
But
did
it's a
you
good
announce
it's
that
a good
now?
question. I just want you to know that it's there.
Okay.
Now you didn't see now you're like, what's the question?
No, now I'm kidding. Now I'm trying to remember who we're talking about the game.
Oh, so mysterious.
You know,
we were talking about the Chargers and the Dolphins.
Who
We were talking about who the player of the week was. Then you got mad at me because I don't have the thing of the player of the week. I don't have that anymore. And so no one was talking about the game, actually.
Jesse, how you feeling?
I thought this was a beautiful display of football. Greatest. It was a good game. Best game of the week. Justin Herbert did his thing, but
do y'all hear the way he said football?
This defensive coordinator for the Chargers is god awful. I don't care.
Same dude the past 3 years because they can't stop anybody.
Bro.
I swear it's been the same dude too.
And then don't even get me started on J.C. Jackson.
And then you got the ringleader of it all, the clown crew, Brandon Staley.
J.C. Jackson, not only did you get a pass interference that was so unnecessary that put Miami up by 3 before the half, not only did you take an interception out of the end zone and only take it to the 5-yard line, therefore causing your team to go 3 and out because Herbert has no space to make any plays, but you get burned by Tyreek Hill for the game-winning touchdown. Get him
Fins up.
Get him out of there.
Fins up.
We may or may not have had the player of the week and
bum of the week
in the same game.
Nah, you already know.
No.
Playing
We have not
one-on-one.
gotten to him.
Oh, yeah, we haven't gotten to the bum of the week.
Nah.
No, you're right.
All right, let's
I
move
took
on.
candidates for that.
Eagles, Patriots -3.5, but boy, did they let these boys hang in the entire game. The Patriots, who a lot of us thought did not have a shot, was actually competitively in this game, large part to Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense not being able to get anything going pretty much all game long. And that's what led them stick into this for, the whole game. They started off 16-0 in the first quarter thanks to Darius Slay, but the offense was really never crack-a-lacking.
I think that the only reason that the game was as close as it was is because the Eagles played a Bill Belichick type of game. Bill got them to play a defensive, lockdown kind of game, which is how the Patriots and Bill Belichick have always liked to play football. They are not the big air it out, big plays, bang, 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 hustle plays, keep it moving really fast type of team. That's not what they do.
Right.
They played a Bill Belichick style game. They played well enough to beat Bill at a Bill Belichick style game because Patriots just don't have the depth. They don't have the roster to compete with the Eagles. It's very clear. But when you play a Bill Belichick style game in Foxborough, when you have Tom Brady there, yeah, there's gonna be a little nostalgia in the air, and it's gonna be a little closer than it should have been, especially when you're playing a team like the Eagles. So I think the Eagles might have just fallen under some Brady nostalgia, maybe. I don't know, but I think overall they played it into how Bill wanted to play the game. So that's how the Patriots were able to make it close, but Eagles just have too much firepower. And what's his face? The rookie, defensive lineman. Yeah, he looks good, really good.
Actually,
really
you might hate me for bringing it up again because
all right, if you make another Michigan thing, we don't care. Hey,
I do.
Yeah, we actually don't give a fuck.
No, because it's the reason why the Patriots could have actually marched down the field and win the game. Because with the game on the line, Jabril Peppers popped Jalen Hurts to fumble the ball as he tried to run it up the field. And then the Patriots had a chance to go down the field and get the game leading touchdown. And they did nothing with it.
This is very true. All of these things did happen. Wouldn't have hated you for bringing it up. You could have just brought it up without mentioning that.
That's what I'm saying.
Went to Michigan.
Say that?
Just go blue, baby.
Could have just
go
said
blue.
it like it happened. It did happen, and it totally makes perfect sense to bring it up. But the fact that you need to go out of your way
to say that he was from Michigan,
that we're gonna hate you for bringing it up because it's a Michigan guy.
Yeah,
that's why we hate you for bringing it up.
That's why exactly. That's yes, exactly. You're doing.
You would have just said, yeah, Jabril Peppers gave him a shot at the end when he picked it off, but they ended up doing nothing with it. I wouldn't even think about the fact that he went to Michigan, even though I know that.
Shit, you could have.
Now I hate you for bringing it up because you said that.
You could have been like
Represents
Michigan
the maize and
alumni.
blue, baby.
Right.
And you're like, nah, you guys are gonna hate me for this.
Was I wrong?
Look, at least he didn't say anything about Jake Moody
Exactly.
being the kicker for the 49ers. At least.
So,
he
anyways,
didn't say
Jake
anything about
Moody
that.
went crazy.
Rams, Seahawks. We had the Rams cover the +4.5, and not only that, we had the Rams stun Seattle and Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams and the Rams. And shout out Puka Nakua. Come on now. 10 receptions, 100
Put some respect on his
yards, and nobody had him being the number one with what do you call it? Cup being out. A lot of people had it being either Tutu Atwell or Van Jefferson, but he said, nah, we're gonna make it Puka time. And they won 30-13.
Honestly, you have a name like that, you're supposed to be like a number one wide receiver in the NFL.
And also,
I want your name on everyone else's
just
back
want
in
to
the
point
stadium.
this out. Kenneth Walker, 12 rushes, 64 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 3 rushes, 11 yards. And Geno Smith, 16 for 26 with 112 yards. So that LA defense with a bunch of nobodies and Aaron Donald stepped up huge in Seattle.
All I got to say is watch the fuck out. On Sunday, I'm going to be at Ford Field, and I'm going to be killing somebody if we don't win that
With
game.
your blue ski?
Because, I bought 2 of them last night. I told you.
Hell yeah.
I told you, Dylan. I'm bringing them. If everybody else has them, they're going on when we get a turnover.
Hey, Amazon sold out of them.
Yeah, that's why we had to get a different version, but it's pretty close to the same thing. We're more like see the movie Kick-Ass? The superhero movie?
Yeah.
Where he has just like this. It's more like that.
All right, so with these upsets in week
Like
1,
goggles.
I want to ask this question to the group.
Also, Seahawks lost another important game. They lost their last game was super important for us. They fucked us.
Anytime
game?
there's like an upset in week 1 like this, I want to ask you, do you think this is a bigger overreaction for the
Jesse,
Seahawks
you're muted.
being bad or the Rams being good?
It was the same match. Last year we needed this. We needed the Seahawks. We the Rams. And then Baker came in and fucked it all up. And then what happens this time? Puka Nuka comes in here and then fucks everything up.
Puka Nuka.
Cotton Rose is like, I'm gonna kill this. And yes, Seahawks look like they suck against the Rams again. Not surprised.
So you would say that the Rams would be your answer?
Seattle?
I said,
This
what's
time.
a bigger overreaction? Seattle's loss or the Rams win? And you
Neither.
The Rams win.
I don't know what to
Sorry.
take out of that.
Jesse was muted when he was trying to say what he said earlier, so he just repeated what he was trying to say when he was muted.
So he didn't.
It was not the answer to your question. The
Gotcha.
answer to your question is the Rams win.
Okay.
The Seattle Seahawks will figure themselves out.
I think they'll look like the Giants.
You
Regress.
do?
It's like a what the fluff win. Like, whoa, week 1 stunner. But like the Rams are not going to be some powerhouse team.
What, Luke? What? What? Fucking what? I saw that little head turn.
Speak
What?
your mind, Luke.
What? Let's hear it.
Tell 'em how you
Let's
feel.
hear it. Tell me how the Rams are going to somehow be a fucking 9-win football team wildcard contender.
Hey, that wasn't at the Rams. That was at them Seahawks comments.
Okay.
Because they aren't going to figure it out this year. Karma's going to butt them in the ass for fucking over the Lions last year. And we're coming for them. We're coming for the throat. We want blood.
Oh, I'm not saying they're beating the Lions. I just mean that eventually down the road, like they're not going to be bad this year.
Oh, that's
Luke's
what I
saying
mean.
they
They'll
are.
be bad,
I think
regardless of if.
That's exactly
Luke
what
and
I'm
Jesse
saying.
actually are both saying they're going to be bad.
I think they definitely don't make playoffs this year. That's for sure. I don't think
I
so.
hope they don't because. Well, I mean, who gives a shit? We're winning the division anyway, so I don't even care.
Hey,
But
maybe we want them in the first round.
hey, you know what? Yeah, put them in the wild card.
Hey,
Why
we
not?
need a home playoff win.
Why the hell not?
Seattle's not a bad place to start.
Like first in the
No.
division, NFC. We're going for first round bye.
All right.
EU.
All right, we won 1 game. We should probably come down.
We got
All right.
2 primetime games left, and then do you want to give a preview for Thursday night?
Yeah, definitely. We gotta give picks.
Beautiful.
All
right,
but
That's your
we got
foolish
first
question.
we got to talk about the
Dallas.
the scrimmage that took place on Sunday Night Football. I don't know
Dallas'
why
scrimmage.
they were live streaming like Dallas's like high school scrimmage or something. But they're playing the Giants.
Okay, let me just start it off by
right.
saying this. Anything and everything that you could possibly make up, think for 3 weeks of possibilities for something to go wrong, it went wrong for the Giants. Oh, they're having a god-awful game, fumbling the ball, picks here, another fumble here. And then Daniel Jones is like, okay, yeah, finally hit a medium route pass. And, oh, look at that. My receiver's running down the field. Gets popped. Another fumble. There goes all that. Oh, wait, they get in field goal range. Oh, okay, hey, here's an easy 3 points. Oh, field goal block. Oh, wait, we're field goal distance again. Easy 3 points. Oh, let's just miss 20 miles to the left. Almost as bad as the Ohio State's kicker from last year's college football playoffs.
Yeah, seriously. If you've ever played Madden on arcade mode and you play on the defense and every time you hit them, not even a hit stick, and the ball comes out, and every time, you're near the ball and you pick it off, and every time they kick a field goal, you get a crazy jump and you're able to block it. That's what the Giants did on Sunday.
Yeah, have you ever just, like when you get pissed off, like the Lions just lost to the fucking Bears somehow, and so you log on Madden, you're the Lions, and you're on rookie mode, and you win like 170.
No, not rookie. It has nothing to do with rookie. It's arcade. Arcade mode, where you can just blow everyone up.
Whatever.
The ball comes out.
When you run up 170 points against the computer, that's pretty much what was happening here. Only it was real.
It in real life. We just watched a Madden game. That's all that happened.
Exactly. Oh,
Somebody
we got
was the Giants.
Justin over here said got lucky with starting the Cowboys defense. Got lucky.
Hey, do you know
that
who
was a great play, and
lucky?
they have a great
Justin.
defense.
You know who wasn't lucky because they dropped him to the waiver wire? The guy right below me, Jesse.
I won. I still won. It's okay, but I made some GM mistakes.
It's okay.
I thought the Giants had a chance. I was like
a stripper and a pole. I mean, it's just inseparable.
You have the same. Okay.
What?
No, you have 2 more than me. I checked yesterday.
Yeah. Because yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
you love that waiver wire. How many singles is that now, Jesse? Is that $5 or $6 already?
And we didn't decide to do that. I remember it being voted on.
Yeah, I think it got voted. I don't know. I think majority vote was against it. That's what I thought.
I think so.
Majority was
You
against it.
lucky son of a gun.
I think you guys are scared. That's why.
I would say let's just do an auction style if we're going to do that.
You know what? It doesn't even matter because we are heading into week 2 of the football season, and I only have half the pot of money that I'm supposed to have for the winner. So good luck to everyone. You're competing for $500, not $1,000.
That's not
You're
going to
competing
stand,
for
I'll tell you that.
$500.
That's not going to stand.
And in fact, if the season ended right now and there was still $500 in there, I'd probably hand the winner $25 because I'm also paying everyone else's fees.
There is 17 more weeks. So let's get into Monday night. So first play of the game, Aaron Rodgers runs out with the American flag. Everybody in MetLife Stadium,
that's not a play.
Than it's ever been in their entire lives. Everybody's got a wristband on. All the lights are going crazy. The place from fans themselves, they said they've been to Super Bowls. They've been to this and that in MetLife. Playoff games. This is the loudest MetLife Stadium has ever been. And then for the next 15 minutes of the game, it has never been more quiet because Aaron Rodgers went down on the 3rd play of the game. And at first we thought it was, he tweaked something or it wasn't bad. But we soon found out after the game that he tore his ACL, his Achilles, I believe, and is now out for the year.
Yep.
So we started the game. But
son of a bitch.
For all the controversy, let's get to our stinker of the week, Joshua fucking Allen.
Okay, I understand how you feel, but to get the Jets only the shine of Aaron Rodgers getting injured is a little messed up with what kind of game we had for the Jets.
Yeah, hold on. We got a lot to talk about. All right? We got a lot to talk about before you start pooping on Josh Allen.
Because I know this is going to be.
Let's give
long.
the Jets a little bit. Let's give the Jets a little bit more than just a moment.
They had 6 points going into the fourth
Jesse,
quarter.
Jesse, you can go first. I'll let you go first.
They had
Jesse.
6 points going into the fourth.
Calm down for a second. What do we got here?
Nothing. They had 6
Just
points.
want to say something?
Sorry.
Does he have a comment?
No, because they got lucky.
It would appear he doesn't.
And because Josh Allen's ass.
All right, look. Zach Wilson, he's clearly not that guy, okay? Everybody knows Zach Wilson is not that guy. Sadly, this game, he had to be. All right? Now, who was that guy this game? The entire Jets defense. Because the Jets, in order to win any games the rest of this year, is going to have to be on defense. Now, what's wild about the fact that had so many turnovers in this game is that Josh Allen, let's be honest here, he might not be a good quarterback.
All right.
He might not be a good quarterback. Despite what everybody thinks, Josh Allen has 36 turnovers and 35 touchdowns.
In 35 games.
Yeah.
He has 36 interceptions in 35 games. But what I was trying to add for the Jets is, yes, we know Zach Wilson has shown time and time again he cannot be that guy. Aaron Rodgers did not spend enough time with him in training camp to create him as that guy.
Not even a guy.
Nope. But
he's a woman.
The defense can get them 9 wins, I think.
Whoa.
I think so. I think the defense can get them.
Defense can get them 6.
I think.
I'll give you 6.
I think the
maybe
mixed in with if Breece Hall can keep going on an upwards trajectory, Dalvin Cook can do enough. We saw Garrett Wilson had to create his own touchdown. The team can put together enough plays when a defense stops you and keeps the offense off the field enough. But boy, oh boy, this is going to be a difficult season for 7 primetime games that have to get switched out by the third one. They have to start flexing by like week 10 on them. Because I can't watch Zach Wilson.
How many division winner parlays do you think are in shambles because everyone had the Jets?
Ooh, Super Bowl bets, division bets.
You have to unmute yourself, buddy. Dylan.
Man, hefty money.
Myself.
You were muted. I don't know. It happens to Jesse all the time.
It's almost like someone muted me.
I couldn't unmute you.
Oh, okay.
That means it was you.
Miami's odds moved from fucking plus 300 to the favorite now plus 170 in that division.
I respect it because the Bills suck because Josh Allen.
Can I go now? Can I go now after you guys told me?
No. Unload the clip.
I couldn't say Josh Allen sucks. And then
No,
you can. It's just like
we have pistol clips. We got like 17 bullets in the clip. You have a 150 round drum mag that you are double breasted up, ready to fire. So we wanted to make sure you could let the Beretta go.
The Jets did not win this game. The Bills let them win this game. I don't give a fuck.
Bills?
They had 6 points going into the fourth quarter. They had 2 field goals, and that was all they were able to muster. And that was because Josh Allen threw the ball 2 times to Antoine Witherspoon when his receiver was less than 15 yards. The ball and him more than 15 yards apart. You know how fucking hard that is to do? That the first time he just said, fuck it, Diggs is down there somewhere, and just threw it deep. He didn't give a shit. And the third one was just absolute horrible game management by Josh Allen. The fact that he let them with 6 points in the fourth quarter still have a shot to come in with this game with 7 minutes to go, and they still had a drive that could have tied the game up is 100% on not only Josh Allen, but on Buffalo, on that offense, and it's ridiculous that they let them get into this game. The punt return, I'm not even really going to say anything about that because, good story for the rookie. Punt returns happen. Shit like that happens all the time.
That whole story is awesome.
Whoa. Fuck that. No, they do not happen all the time. That is the 3rd time an overtime has ended. Only 3 times. 3 times. Be respectful. That's only happened.
All right, you're right. It wasn't cool. Fuck him. Sorry.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
I just said it was cool. I gave him props. And you said give him respect. What more do you want me to give him? My dick?
Dylan's
I'm
so
not
hot.
giving him anything else.
Dylan, you literally said that they happen all the time. I said
Punt
It's only happened
returns
3 times.
happen. I'm
Is that not what he said? Did I hear him wrong? Did I hear him wrong?
talking to the stupidest people today.
I didn't hear him wrong, right? If
No.
something happens only 3 times in NFL history, that's pretty fucking special.
I
And
said punt
some would
returns
say-
happen all the time.
Some would say
Punt return.
rare, not
And
all
I
the
stated
time.
this punt
A
return
punt
was
return
special.
in football is not a
Hey,
rare
hey,
thing.
have you downloaded Sharps yet?
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tail your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharps securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more. So you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
Hi, welcome back. I'm
Hold
Tyler. Sauce Gardner
I'm Luke.
had his last game, or was his worst game. Sauce Gardner played the worst game of his career. On 5 targets, he gave up 5 receptions, 62 yards, and a 118.8 passer rating was allowed against him. That was his worst game ever as an NFL pro. And the Jets still won the game. Hey now.
You want to know why? You want to know why this is his worst game ever? They had him zoned up, and he was getting carved.
Yep. It was bad.
And when they switched to man, he never got to cover Diggs. They kept having Diggs go against Reed and in the slot, but they kept him away from Sauce. And I don't like them for that. That's the matchup we pay to see. But
The matchup that I want to see.
offensive,
I've been really trying to stay quiet because I've been waiting for this recap of this individual game to get over with to mention that is not my stinker of the week.
Who is
It went in
your
our
favorite?
favor, but stinker of the week goes to Kadarius Toney. Josh Allen was throwing
Bro, that
some
was so long
wild
ago, I forgot
shit.
about it.
Kadarius Toney had that shit perfectly in his hands and could not grab the ball.
Kadarius Toney won the game for the Detroit Lions the same way Josh Allen won the game for the New York Jets. So I think they are top 2 for sure. But I totally forgot about Kadarius Toney. I would give it to Kadarius Toney for
Do
sure.
you know what's the craziest
That
part?
man gave away the game multiple times.
He was talking shit to the Giants on Twitter when they were getting blown out.
well, the Giants were talking shit to him when he dropped all his passes. It is fair.
That is fair.
They were on.
They
his
all
ass.
suck. Okay,
Like-
they all suck.
Yes. I almost want to rank Kadarius Toney on top because Josh Allen was just acting wild with those throws.
No, but
And
let's not even talk about the
dude, Kadarius Toney, they're perfect passes from Mahomes, and he couldn't hold on to a ball.
Yeah, no.
Josh Allen was he can't keep losing in overtime and getting away with it like this.
I
chose
agree.
under pressure. Not to mention he had like normal Josh Allen. If there's only one guy in front of him and it's 3rd and 5, he is not throwing that ball. He is running for that first down.
But
and he just threw stupid balls.
All except for the last. See, that was under pressure, so there is a pressure factor. Kadarius Toney, on the other hand, all except for the last drop pass, they were basically winning the game for 2 of his drop passes when there were big plays that all he had to do was just grab the ball. And one of them went straight through his hands and led to a pick 6, which let the Lions back in the game.
Yeah, I was trying to find my football, but it's not in this room right now. But it's in the bed of my truck. I know where it is. I can see it in my head. When there's a picture on Instagram like this, and the ball is right in between your hands, shut the fuck up, Siri. And the ball is right in between your hands, and the caption is, "This play was a pick 6 for the Detroit Lions." You're a bum. You're a bum. All right, but we already went over that. Kadarius Toney, yeah, I'll give it to him too. He can be my bum of the week. And that wraps up everything for week 1 of the NFL. Now, it's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday, so we got to get into Thursday night football. So I placed my bet on Tuesday morning. Oh yeah, for sure.
Can I let the people know something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kenneth Gainwell and James Bradbury have been ruled out for tomorrow's game. Keep that in mind.
Thank you, Jesse.
No problem.
Like, just make you injury report update guy.
Hey, I can beat that guy. I keep up. I get him right. No shot.
That was a shot.
No shot.
That
No
was
shot.
Wow.
That was a shot.
I'm sitting on half a goddamn broken chair just catching strays.
It's broken.
Okay. That is your fault. All right, question for the boys. After week 1, what teams are grabbing attention for a possible playoff push this year? I know it's early, but I'm curious as to what you guys think. Luke will say Dolphins.
Yep, fins up.
I'm guessing you're thinking like maybe unexpected playoff push. So after week 1, only thing I could give you is maybe the Raiders.
We could
They
not.
won.
Hey, they're the only one too.
They won.
Broncos didn't.
Who am I to say shit? They won.
Chiefs didn't. Chargers
They're
didn't.
the only team in that division that got to win. Who knows?
You know
That's
who?
all I got.
You know who showed me they're going to make it to the playoffs?
Tampa.
Cleveland Browns.
Yup.
Tampa.
Week 1 has ended. Jesse will throw his hot take out there. Baker Mayfield revives his career by making Tampa get to the playoffs.
You know,
Okay, see, but
wild
here's the
to
only
throw
thing that
that
I'm
on
not
a guy
okay
who
with.
flipped a
Like,
coin to
I want
whether or not
Mike
he
Evans.
plays good.
I want Mike Evans in a Lions jersey, so I can't have the Bucs making the playoffs.
Scotty Miller, wide receiver 2. Chris Godwin 1. Mike Evans gone.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea why this is happening, but I want everyone else to know that this is happening. I'm getting a call from Shane Roundback, so I'll be back, but I have no idea.
Well, to answer your question, Fuller. Wait, hold up.
That's all I got.
Aha. My pick, if we're going unexpected, then the Cleveland Browns.
Just because the Cleveland Browns own the Bengals doesn't mean that they can.
They're okay, yeah, but
No, they
their
can definitely make the playoffs.
Their defense is solid. Honestly, you could say more than solid.
I'll give you that, yeah.
And then if Watson really does start reviving his career from all the shit he's been through, that's a scary team to go up against.
Yeah,
really is. How scary can Deshaun really be this year? Because I don't think he can be.
Well, he was pretty scary when he played for Houston. So if he taps back into
that's a different story, though. Nobody looks at Deshaun like that. Like, even if Deshaun has a good game next week and he has like 300, 400 yards, no one is that is in that division is going to be like,
body.
Deshaun's back.
I will be.
Listen,
because I'm saying it now. That's my unexpected pick.
Chubb and DPJ are fully capable. I mean, not DPJ. Yeah, they're fully capable of being able to make a playoff push and possibly win a game on the road.
Not to mention they have Elijah Moore and Cooper Kupp. That is
Cooper Kupp.
Not what? Cooper Kupp.
Trade. The trade.
His last name's
Cooper Kupp. Amari Cooper.
Damn it.
Luke Ian Rapper Dacey. Give me the feed.
Man, like, this man had me, and then he said Cooper Kupp, and I was like,
I bet Amari Cooper, man.
You were so close. You're so close.
There's too many damn people with the same damn names in this goddamn league, dude.
It's okay. I confused Sauce with CJ, so I don't even know how I did that, but I did.
All right, Fuller.
Anyways,
I'll give you mine. It's short and sweet. I'm looking at their schedule right now and changing my pick for the NFC
Oh, Dylan's
South
playing the schedule game.
And give me the Falcons to be my team.
Look, the Falcons were my sleeper in the very beginning, so I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm looking at their schedule, and they can easily win 10 games. And yeah, I'm gonna take Atlanta. 10 wins might be all you need in that division, to be honest. So.
That might be all you would need. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But anyways, Tyler, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. I grabbed this earlier in the week, so I'm already sitting on Minnesota and Philadelphia taking place on Thursday night, approximately 25 and a half hours from now. Actually, no, 25 hours from now. So, who are we liking in this game? You guys, if you guys don't remember, Jesse, who's out in this game?
Kenneth Gainwell and James Bradbury.
All right. It's only one pick, but I think I'm going to do it anyways.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Ride the Tide Sports Podcast Picks of the Day.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, come on. What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, like the Vikings went 11-0 last year in one possession games. They're already 0-1 in one possession games. They're about to go 0-11 in one possession games this year to answer for that crime.
So really the question is, do you take them +6 or do you take Philly on the money line, you know? Because is it going to be a one possession game?
Well, I mean, that could still be a touchdown.
I know, I'm just saying.
Which would still cover.
That's where your brain
I'll take the spread with a one possession game.
It was 7.5, I will say, and then they just moved it to 6. So.
All right. Well, I just want to say, for the record, I said I got it earlier in the week. I'm on Vikings +7.
Okay.
That's what I got. I got Vikings +7. That's what I'm on. So
I get
Vikings.
That.
It's literally a one-score game.
Tyler, I'm going to tell you right now, when I saw 7.5, I like Vikings all day, every day. But now that it's at 6, I don't know. I'm being honest. Because 6 is a lot
on most books.
6 is a lot more sketchy.
Also, we can't expect Jalen Hurts and the Eagles to play as bad as they did because they're not playing Bill Belichick
but
anymore.
You also can't. But then you asked the same thing about Minnesota. Can Minnesota play as bad? Actually, I think they can play worse.
Yeah,
so
they really could.
I'm going to take Philly spread as well.
Philly spread. They really could play so much worse.
Really
I'm going to take.
It's Kirk on prime time. Don't.
I'm gonna give the interesting throw up. Wow, I feel like it was so much lighter earlier. I'm gonna take the AJ Brown touchdown. I'm gonna give you guys a touchdown score.
Can you give us
okay, AJ Brown, anytime touchdown score.
Can you give us an over/under if you're not gonna give us a pick?
Under.
Okay.
Well, if he wants to do that, I want to do a single game parlay. Eagles spread and Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown.
It's actually not.
Specifically rushing touchdown? What if he throws it to himself?
You know, 2 quarterbacks did that on their first pass in fucking week 1.
So, not going to take Jalen Hurts to throw to himself?
No, because he's actually good.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
I want to see.
And if he does happen to do that, he's not going to get -1 yard.
Facts. For 1 reception.
Facts.
Fuck CJ Stroud. Oh, who said that?
Oh,
that's right.
me. Okay. All right. Okay. God.
I guess I'm gonna end it up down here tonight. Dude,
wait, hold up. Whoa. UFC happened this weekend, boys.
Yeah, but we're an hour and 32 minutes in. Can't we save that for Saturday?
Well, I guess so, but I wanted to go crazy because John Strickland won, baby! Yeah! Fuck is he? I told y'all!
We can talk about just that for a minute if you want.
That's all I really wanted to say.
I get it. John Strickland's world champion and Sugar Sean is world champion. Both of them for the
Who
past
changed
month are
his
now
name?
world champions. That is all you need to know. The trifecta's getting completed with Oliver now.
I'm okay with college ball.
Okay.
If you need to check out the rest of the podcast, check out Six Pack Coverage. Make sure you guys download Sharps. We'll see you on Saturday.
Oh, fuck. There's no chance.